Hello and welcome to Brackenmore for this Northern Premier League East match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Carlton Town. I'm your commentator, Adam Allcroft, and the game has just gone underway. Sorry, we are rushing a bit because we've had to be down on the pitch for a presentation, which we'll tell you about later as these two informed teams have got underway. We are going to update the team sheets on our screens because we've just realised they are not up to date. It's all gone a bit wrong already, but I'm Adam Allcroft, your commentator for this match. And I'm just also fixing my microphone because that's just decided to suddenly break. In terms of just the position of the actual microphone. So the game is now underway, so very quick kick-off here after presentation in the pitch. So we are, Townsend just has a free kick just outside his own area.
Well, you've heard about it, haven't you? Right, and you're off.
So Carlton trying to get tackled away, but headed away by Freeman, and then starts to get it back on the right now to Tommy Marshall. We'll go through the teams for you shortly. It's down to the right, I'm trying to get on the end of it, but we're well covered by Kyle Sargent. Hooked away from him, appeals for a corner kick. It is going to go out for a throw-in. And then we will go through them for shortly. Steele have this throw-in, thrown to Marshall, then puts a cross in. It's behind everyone, no one gambled on it, easily cleared in the end, and that was annoyed Richards because that was a decent looking attack. Then Carlton got away, but it's a front Stockbridge just inside Carlton's half. Played out pretty quickly, and it's now Carlton's throwing. It's a thrilling game between the two here last time over at Mill Lane. 3-2 to the Steels, having Stockton began twice in the game. A hat-trick from Tommy Marshall. Through the team for you now. Sorry about the delays and this haphazard start to our commentary for the Stocksbridge Park Steels. It's Ben Townsend in goal, and John Lemoners. Steels have earned an early free kick on that left-hand side of the pitch. Morris being pushed over as it looked like he might have been able to break through, and might have a booking for a Carlton defender here early on. It's Dean Freeman who's committed the foul, and he is going to get a booking within just a couple of minutes here, which not the most common thing to get a booking that early. Get our clock going as well shortly. So free kick here. We'll go through the teams after this free kick's taken. Turner high, Lofter one into the box, head away for it, can make it to Owen. O'Connor will send it back into defence for Tinker, who right-footed, sends it forward. Marshall will try to get onto it, but chested down. Duro just hooks it away back to the left. O'Connor intercepts, knocks it off Watson. It's a throw into Stocksbridge. So the teams will continue. So Ben Townsend in goal, Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner the captain, who we had a presentation for before the game started, Elliot Owen, Elliot Murray, who comes in for Paul Iggulden, who is unavailable, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morris and Tommy Marshall. The benches Tom Charlesworth, Ash Butterworth, Oliver Greshak, Thomas Poole and Harrison Poulter. For Carlton Town, it's Felix Annan in goal, then Charlie Carter, Lewis Duro, Lawrence Gorman, Dean Freeman, Nathan Watson, Niall Davey, Kyle Sargent, Liam Moran, Oliver Clark and Lamin Manor. The bench is Greg Tempest, Niall Hilton, Alex Howes, Michael Ford and Liam Bateman. Ooh, got that underway eventually. So about 4 minutes underway into this game, 0-0 still. Hasn't really got going just yet. away here by Carter, headed on, but then won by Murray, sends it forward, comes off the back of Turner, onto Deacon on the left, lost one over for Rawson to fight for, headed away from him by Gorman, but only backwards, and Gorman hasn't knocked it away before it goes out for a court. Oh, he has given it as a throw-in. Initially, I think the referee did give it as a corner, but then the linesman's gone, nope, throw-in, right near the flag. Thrown into the box. Morris is looking to turn. He wants a shot. Beats one man. Takes a shot. It's not far off the bottom corner. He took a deflection on the way through to corner kick. Morris did really well. Lovely touch. Just took out one of the Carlton defenders. It allowed him effort, but he did take a block on the way through. A little deflection that took it a bit wide of that corner. It is going to be a corner kick. It's an early set piece for the Steels, and it's a Danny Deakin corner, which are as anticipated as a penalty kick for the Stocksbridge, really, because they are that productive in creating opportunities and goals. He can measure up, got plenty of targets. No Eagledon, but Elliot Murray scored a few from set pieces. And Adam punches it away before he can get to him. And then Charlie Carter gets away, but Alex O'Connor holds him down as Carter was getting out, and it's a free kick. O'Connor's complaining, don't know why. It's about as obvious a foul as you'll see. So 6 minutes gone, 0-0 here. Stocksbridge chasing their 8th win in a row, but are facing the 3rd most informed team in the league. Stocksbridge, though, are first, so should be one of the best games in the division today. Just getting a few things ready for us as well. So ball is cleared away, headed on by Clark, but then cleared away by Murray. We'll go out for a throw-in. Quickly taken by Carter, and he was trying to get it back to him, but intercepted by Morris. Back to Deacon, who sends it forward. Rawson can't head it on, headed away by Freeman instead. Goes forward, Deacon tries to win the ball, but well won by Davey. Into the middle, to Sargent, knocked over the top. Owen will head it away, but return back towards the dangerous area. Tinker stuck under his feet for a second, but gets it away. Sends it low and forward. Rawson just couldn't follow the path of the ball. Might have been in if he had. Back in the defence for Lewis Durrow. Forward it goes to Manor. Can't get past Lemon. Gets the tackle. Out for a throw in on the halfway. Durrow launched it forward. He has got a big long throw that we saw quite a lot at Mill Lane at the Bill Stockwell Stadium all the way back in November. Cleared away, headed away into midfield though, and Carlton will look to build as Watson sends it back to Gorman, rolls it out in front of him, and then forward to Watson, and then forward to midfield as Stocksbridge's pressing just misses the mark there. Nice little diagonal to Manos, who could keep this in, and he just can't do so. He tried to control it with the outside of his right, and he just spilled over his foot, and now to play for a goal kick. Back with Townsend for the goal kick now. Five clean sheets in a row for the goalkeeper, chasing the club record of 22 clean sheets in a season, which was Andy Carney's record from 95-96. We might have this under pressure now as the ball's not forward, looking for Moran, but Townsend's rushed down and claimed it. Yes, and Townsend not far off with 18 clean sheets himself, 4 off, claiming the club record, which has stood for nearly 30 years. Knocked forward by Townsend, and it's going to go all the way forward and then cleared away by Freeman. Looking now for Moran, and he heads it on well, beats Owen to the header. Not a common sight to see, but it goes back to Townsend, who launched it forward, and Morris was going for the header, but he's coming from an offside position. Will be a free kick to Carlton. 9 minutes gone in this game, 0-0. Hasn't got going yet, really. And it's back in defence now for Freeman to take the free kick. Looks to switch it, not a great switch. Marshall got the first touch, but then it only went back to Duro, heads it forward. Marshall wins it back. He's going to send one lucky for Rawson. It's a really good pass. Rawson looking to get the outside of Freeman. Does do so. Moves into the box on the right hand side. Tries to play for Morris. It's a poor ball and behind the other striker. Had everything. Freeman was well beat by Rawson, who got on the outside of him really well. It's just Rawson's final ball was lacking quality and just let James Morris down a bit there. It remains 0-0. So ball's back with Watson, who looks to switch it to the right hand side to Davey. Wins the ball well, but he's been forced backwards by Elliot Owen. Cross to Clark, who takes the touch, and he's going to try and put it in the middle, but Murray intercepts and clears it away. Rawson will try and chase onto it, but Duro's first. He drills one back that Anand has to get to. He's on the ball now, the goalkeeper, affectionately known as Felix the Cat Anand. We're not naming the brand, that's nicknamed after, because they don't sponsor us. They can pay us first. Ball forward, and Watson will head forward for Turner, is the one who heads it back out. It's just a bit of juggling in the air now, but Carlton have got it down to ground now through Gorman. Out to Carter on the right, who avoids pressure from Deakin. Back to Watson, knocks it over the top. Owen can head that away though. For Morris, who brings it down well and gets it out to Lemon, who launches one forward for Rawson, and Anand's going to come well out to his goal and out to his area to balloon that one in the air. Going to drop, and it'll be Watson who gets the header. Turner gets the second one, and he only heads it right back to Watson. Knocks one forward for Inanna. Lamin Mana's on into the box, trying to get past Lemon, who gets a foot in. Mana gets the ball back, but Steels have more defenders back now. Left foot from Mana, over the bar. Mana got in the sort of position he loves to get in there. Got Jordan Lemon really well isolated as he moved into the box, but Lemon, he is a veteran at this point, and he knows what to do with players that are quicker than he does, and he just manages to get his right foot, knocks it far away, doesn't dispossess Mana, but means enough Steels players are able to get back, make it far trickier for the tricky winger, and he ends up hooking it well over the bar with his only option. Some goals to tell you about elsewhere. Manchester City are ahead against Brighton. Erling Haaland has scored from the spot, and in a local fixture, Barnsley are 1-0 down to Mansfield Town. Barnsley now without Darrell Clark after sacking him midweek in a surprising decision. Carlton have it back in their own defence, not forward, but for Mana, but Mana dropped deep. It was a miscommunication between the two. Lemon has it now. Sends it towards Morris, who gets a little shove from Duro. It's a smart play there, and Carlton, who are just having a bit of shade of the game at the moment, and they have the throw in a high up position. Some goals celebrated in our division as well. Sheffield FC are ahead against Consett. Luke Mangum scored. Sheffield FC making a late burst to stay in the division, whereas Belper have taken the lead against Ashington. Jai Gordon, the scorer there. Duro launches that ball in the box, but it's headed away, and O'Connor clears it out. Goes to the first man back, Charlie Carter. Marshall pressing, but Carter will get past him. Takes the touch. A poor pass in the end. O'Connor intercepts, but not a great interception either. Spilled out to Turner, whose clearance is blocked, and Carlton get the ball back. Morris tries to win the ball off Clark, but Clark keeps it. Now Duro, who evades attacker from Rawson and evades one from O'Connor, but O'Connor then gets, well, he has a little nibble at Duro, and that's what he's going to be penalised for. Free kick to Carlton just inside the Stocksbridge half. Belper now 2-0 up on Ashington. Jonathan Wafula, the latest scorer. Newton Aycliffe, who was faced next Saturday ahead against Bradford Park Avenue as well, 1-0 there. Jake Pettigene from the spot. Thatcher just outside the Stocksbridge half, and it's taken quickly and short to Watson, who will now put a diagonal ball that aims to the far end of the box, headed into the central area, volleyed by Carl Sargent just wide. Townsend frozen on the spot. And Carl Sargent getting taunted for that miss by the home fans. Ben Townsend applauds him for the taunting as well. So back with the goalkeeper now after the closest attempt we've seen on goal so far in this game from Kyle Sargent. His volley going just wide. It was a well-worked free kick, you have to say. It did unlock the Stocksbridge defence, one that has been particularly tough to beat over the last few weeks. It's back into the midfield, then sent out wide, and it's going to be to Duro, who is advancing forward. Lemon is following him. Lemon trying to get his foot in, but Duro moving horizontally, sends one horizontal, comes off the back foot of Deacon, and then Owen able to clear. Marshall will challenge, but Watson able to head it into midfield, and Sargent wins it well, gets out to Manor. Murray will put the sliding challenge in, knocks it away from Manor, will go out for a throw-in, but Carlton have been in the ascendancy in the first 15 minutes in this game. Thrown out to Watson, and then he takes a too heavy a touch, and Morris gets in. It's another throw though to Carlton. So back now for it can be one of these Duro long throws. Big launch in. Morris can only head it towards the edge of the area, but Deacon manages to get away before Niall Davey can shoot. Now there is going to be a long range shot from Carter, but it skews wide. Carlton currently with the chances. Stocksbridge haven't really been able to make much up front at all just yet. This is going to be a much tougher game than we've had in the last couple of weeks. Probably a much better test before that all-important match in the semi-final on Tuesday night away at Hallam. So Townsend now will send this forward. Goes above Morris, and Carlton will have the ball back through Niall Davey, and they knock it off Tinker's Carlton throw, and it's Carlton possession all the way at the moment. Back with Carter. In the middle to Watson, who knocks it well forward, but Murray will head away. Goes to Turner, who out left to Tinker, and Tinker will try and send it down the channel, but it's intercepted, and Carlton with the ball back once again. Carter on the ball, sending it over the top, looking for Moran, but intercepted. Stockbridge trying to keep ball for more than 2 seconds. They fail to do so as it's a Carlton throw-in. Ian Richards getting more and more irritated on the sidelines. Carter throwing in, looking for Manor over the top of him, and it goes back to Lemon, who will launch it forward. Rawson just gets a bit of a touch onto it, but back in the Carlton defence, and Stocksbridge just need to have a bit of spell of possession, I think, to try and limit it. But Rawson almost wins the ball high up from Watson, eventually cleared away, but only to Deacon on the halfway line. Deacon goes forward. Morris is clear if he could be found, but Deacon instead will put in the middle to Turner, the low risk, low reward pass really. Back with Tinker now. Carlton have their men back. Forward to O'Connor, tries the one-touch pass to Morris, but cleared away. Now Manning deep will collect the ball, and he's going to try and go forward with it. Looking forward, and he gets it to Clark, who gets past Owen, and now forward to Moran, who's trying to get past Murray. Murray gets a foot in, and then Townsend able to clear it up. It goes beyond everyone and back into the Carlton defence. To Freeman. Out to Sargent, who sends it forward to Clark, but heavy touch, loses it to Morris, who tries to send it back to Tinker. Tinker's not in that position, and it's a Carlton throw-in, and the Stocksbridge team is looking completely different to the ones that defeated Brighouse and Pontefract with ease in the last couple of weeks. Back now with Carter. Thrown back into Freeman and knocks it long, but then Owen will head it away, and it'll go out for another Carlton throw-in. And Lewis Duro will head over for this long throw that is going to be typical of this match. He ends up throwing it short to Sargent, back to Duro. Duro gets on his left foot, tries to do a horizontal pass. Turner intercepts, but he only gives it back to Watson. Watson evades Turner this time. Left footer tries to get in the middle, deflected, and here comes a shot. Townsend stretches to save. A shot coming there from Dean Freeman. He never really got the wrap around it he'll have wanted. Townsend does have to go on the stretch though to make the diving save. He catches it as he saves. Good save from the goalkeeper. Townsend launching it forward, looking for Rawson. Headed away though by Freeman. Goes to O'Connor, who sends it right. Marshall might get the beat of the man. Gets the touch, no offside flag up despite the appeal. Tries to put it in the middle, blocked. But Marshall gets it back on the touchline, back to O'Connor, who takes a touch. Evades a tackle, left foot to put the ball, looking for that far post. Rawson looking for it, but Anand catches. Stocksbridge almost catching out the Carlton defence there after some poor play from the Steels initially in this game. That is much, much better and more what Ian Richards wants to see from this team. One ball forward, Owen can only hit it sideways, and he hit it to Davey, back to the right to Carter, who pushes forward. Left-footed will try and put it into the box, but it's over the top of everyone. Townsend will chase it, but it does go out to play anyway. So Stocksbridge are improving, but Carlton's still looking dangerous as they go forward. It was a 5-goal thriller this last time out. 3-2 to the Steels after being behind twice in that game. Ashington have got one back against Belper. Ryan Donaldson has scored. I think I told the helicopter 5:30 I'm available, not now. No, always too early. Problem. Ball goes forward, headed away by Freeman. Owen will return it, and by Turner from Marshall. And it's a smart play though by Watson, who intercepted and knocked it off Marshall deliberately to make sure the throwing goes Carlton's way. In the Premier League, Wolves are 1-0 upon Southampton. Jens Steiger-Larsen the scorer. I think we always know that's going to happen at some point, that Southampton will start losing. Ball goes long, but Murray heads away. Marshall trying to control, but loses the ball. But then Clark can't get his pass right, and he goes out for a throw-in. Back for a Lemon throw-in now. Can Stockbridge keep the ball for it? Brighton have equalised against Manchester City. Hervis Estupinan, the scorer. As the Seagulls are currently flying high against that blue moon. Lemon launched that ball down. Marsh controls it well, lays off for Rawson. Really good play. Sends it forward, looking for Morris, but Anand's out quick, like the cat he's described as. Launches it out into the car park. That nickname's not just a joke because of his name, it's to say the least. He is one of the quickest goalkeepers in any division. And Stockbridge, who have took advantage of high lines with long balls like that before, I don't think they're going to be as capable to do it against this Carlton side with Anand sweeping up behind. Lemon here beats a man, and they're looking for a cross. He's now going to send it down across the edge of the area, but intercepted before he can find Deakin, and Carlton will come away with it. Clark with the clearance. Owen intercepts that though, and he's going to take it forward, and Owen's going on a run of his own. Lays it off now for Morris. Morris looking to beat man, takes it onto his right, takes the shot, and he's going to be headed away before he can make it anyway. O'Connor will be the first onto this header. Out to Marshall. Marshall got 2 men on him, but he gets away from the press. Out to Turner. I don't think quite expected it. Back to Marshall now, who's going to put the cross in, but it's low and easily cleared. Out now for a throw-in just in front of the Carlton bench. 23 minutes gone, 0-0 here. Here right now with Jordan Lemon. One down looking for Rawson, and it's good throw-in. Finds Rawson on the touchline, tries to put a cross in. Rawson's cross not that good though, and it goes out for a goal kick. So it's out, and then we'll take this goal kick as the Steel's attack just fizzles into nothing on that occasion. So both teams in really good form. Stocksbridge are at top of the form charts. Carlton are third, so both will be very confident of a win today. Both teams chasing the playoffs. Steels in 7th, Carlton 8th. But Carlton just a bit off that pack that might realistically expect to be in the top 5 come the end of the season, though with the right to perform. Very physical one, and that's actually very clumsy, and that's Lemon just went right into Oliver Clark there, and he goes into the side of the stand here, and Clark looks quite badly hurt. Lemon might end up in the book on this occasion, actually. Lamin Manor's not really happy about it. Tommy Brookbank is not really happy on the Carlton bench. As the referee has here, Mr. Williams is trying to control the situation. And to be fair, neither team's really reacted as you might see some teams do. Oliver Clark is back to his feet now. And will return to action. So, a bit to do about nothing. It's a quickly taker one, looking to take advantage to Oliver Clark, but knocks it off Owen, and it will be a corner kick. Luke Rawls not particularly happy about the quick free kick being allowed. Which is surprised, because I think some players are still returning from having their drinks. Referee's made a few enemies already in this game. And now it's the first corner of the game for Carlton. Lamin Manor will head over to take this from the left-hand side. As we wait for this corner, scattered attackers in the box, looks at that near post and ends up coming off Turner before he goes out, and it will be a corner. So a second corner in as many minutes for the Millers. We'll have to have another football, but the ball boys aren't paying attention. And eventually they do get one in play. Oh, they're going to get docked for that one. There's Anand. This is taking a while, because instead of Anand sending it to the corner, he ends up to the bench, and now the ball has made it to a corner. So we had a bit of a delay there. But now we will get the second corner. Most players camped in the 6-yard area. Into that 6-yard area. And it's headed in! This clean sheet streak is over! Trying to see who's got that goal for Carlton. I think it might be Dean Freeman who's nicked it for the Millers. It's gone in at the near post. Stocksbridge have had a good run of clean sheets. 5 clean sheets in a row up to now. And now the Millers lead. Controversy because of that quickly taken free kick while Stocksbridge players were still having their drinks. But they took advantage of the second corner. It's actually going to be Kyle Sargent who's got the goal for the Steels. For the Millers, I mean, sorry. And Stocksbridge, who haven't been at it yet really in the first half, have been punished. Stocksbridge quickly get it away to the left-hand side, but won by Tinker. Forward to Morris, who then just gets pushed over, but wins it back, lays it off to the left to Tinker. Tries to put the cross in blocked and then knocked out for a throw into Stocksbridge, who need to come back, not have to do it in a while. Shields will be really disappointed to concede from a set piece as well, something they've not been doing a lot of. Thrown into the middle, look for Morris, and Morris slips down, but he's got through, bursts through into the 6-yard area, but then down he goes in, and very acrobatically goes down, and a free kick's being given for that, and I'm sorry, Felix Anand there has just dived like Jack Haslam used to do in Pond's Forge. It's a very embarrassing one from Felix Anand. Quite frankly, he should be the one getting the booking for trying something like that to get a booking for the other team. Because if that sort of thing doesn't get punished, as it has not been, guess what's going to keep happening until a referee is tricked by it. Back with Anand now. Who will send it long. Tinker will head it away and go back for Gorman, who heads it forward. Deacon intercepts and forward to Manor. Out to the left to Durham. Marshall intercepts. It's going to go out for a Stocksbridge throw. Carlton Town will be feeling good though. With this 1-0 scoreline, they are currently on track for their very first win at Bracken Moor in their 11th visit here. as Lemon launches it forward. Rawson heads it on towards Marshall, trying to knock it on, but intercepted and then cleared away. Lemon will head it forward and then cleared out. Stockbridge though obviously came back from behind to beat Carlton over at the Bill Stockwell Stadium earlier in the season, so there'll still be plenty of confidence in this Steel side. Back to Sargent and out to Carter. Tackle goes in and it's going to just spill behind him, but out for a Carlton throw. 30 minutes gone in this game, 1-0 to the Millers. Back now, Carter taking his time with this throw-in. Big launch from him. Headed sideways by Turner, but then forward, knocked on by Manor, but only back for Lemon, who will left-footed send it forward. Lucky for Rawson, who comes off his feet and into the Carlton defence. In control there by Gorman, who will now send it towards the right, but intercepted by Tinker, heads it forward and up into the air by Carter. It gets through a few men before Turner manages to knock it out to Lemon. Lemon takes the touch and forward and blocked by Manor, out for a throw-in for Stocksbridge. Cleethorpes are 1-0 up on Bishop Auckland. Bradley Doherty the scorer. Lemon launches it forward, looking for Rawson, but he's been wrestled around and it will go out for a Stocksbridge throw-in a bit further up now. Back with Lemon now. Sideways to O'Connor. O'Connor gets a stab in the back of his foot there from the left foot of his marker, and it is then cleared. Owen sends it forward down the sidelines. Deacon doing well to keep it in. Into the middle to Turner, who sends it over the top looking for Morris, but Gorman will easily head that away. Back for O'Connor, heads it forward towards Morris. Morris heads it forward. Rawson looks to control, but cleared away. Morris is fouled though as it goes into a free kick to Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge will need to get on it quickly here if they want to get an equaliser before the break. So back for Turner to take this free kick. Plenty of options in that box. Includes Murray and Owen. Elliot Murray, who's scored on every visit he's made to the Bill Stockwell Stadium. Turner hooks it in, it's gone over the top of everyone. Marshall trying to get on the ender to keep it in, but goes out for a goal kick in the end. So back with a Felix the Cat Annan. Who will prepare to take this goal kick. And now launches it upfield. Tinker will look to win the header, but it's headed on by Davey. It's forward to Clark, who controls it back out to Carter. Carter going forward, being blocked off by Morris. Back to Watson, who knocks it over the top. Murray will head it away. And it goes and go out. It's going to be just about kept in by Tinker, actually, but he only returns it out to Watson, who can't keep it in, though. It's a Stocksbridge throw-in. Not long by Stocksbridge, but knocked only back to Morris, though. Morris sends one over the top. Could fall right for Marshall. Marshall controls it, just gets it stuck under his feet a bit. He's got a few men ahead of him now, and that's stopped that initial attacking opportunity. Back to Lemon, who takes a touch. He puts a player on his arse, sends it towards the far post, and then catches. Shame about the final cross, really. Put that defender on his bottom, Lewis Durrow. Not a moment he's going to want to look back on. Rawson was challenging the far post. Rawson, I think, was wanting the penalty as well because of his shirt being pulled. Annan will launch it upfield. Headed on by Moran. And to Manor, who's going to go out to that right-hand side now. Back to Davey. Davey trying to get beyond his man, but he's going to lose the ball and it goes out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Carlton didn't believe it had gone out, though, just yet. Game's just in a bit of a lull, really. To be honest, it feels like it's been in a lull for like 35 minutes. Just that set piece where Steele's not defending their near post properly. Tinker launched it forward, headed away by Freeman. He goes out for another Stocksbridge throw-in. Goals to tell you about elsewhere is that Liversidge are 1-0 up on North Ferriby. Ryan Watson scored. A bit of a surprising scoreline that does help us out. As Marshall sends a good pass here, looks for O'Connor. Adam's well out to his goal though to clear it away, and that is what Adam offers. He covers that back line really well when it gets beyond the defence. Lemon throws it out towards Rawson, who looks to get home, knocks it over the top to Marshall. Just got his body shaped in the wrong way there, and the tackle goes in. It's out for another Steele's throw. Can Stocksbridge finally create something, because they've been a bit lethargic up to now? Throw out to Turner, back to Lemon, who beats one man and then loses it, and it is cleared away, but only back to Owen, who takes it down well, sends it out to the left towards Morris, who impressed, but tackle goes in and Tinker wins it. Back to Owen, who sends it through the channel and finds the channel really well to Morris. Opens up for Morris, who takes a shot, but it's too high and not a great effort, but it did open up for him really nicely for a second. You feel like Morris has got something about him today, and you hope it's just going to land right for him at some point. Ashington were 2-0 behind against Belper, but now it's 2-2. Craig Spooner, the scorer. Right, we'll put Belper fifth, and Newton Aycliffe will be very happy about that. It's a crucial match against Newton Aycliffe for the Steele's next Saturday in the playoff battle. Ball long from Annan, headed on and knocked on by Davey, but Lemon will take it down, knocked forward, looking for Rawson, headed out by Freeman though. It's going to be a Stockbridge throw-in. In the Premier League, Nottingham Forest are 1-0 up on Ipswich Town. Milakovic, the scorer for the Tricky Trees. Lemon short to O'Connor, then back to O'Connor, forward to Turner. Some nice passing from the throw-in for Turner's pass was blocked by Manna, and it's out for another Stocksbridge throw-in. Stocksbridge did get a goal just before the end of the first half when away at Carlton and losing 1-0. How crucial would that be now, as we are 8 minutes away from that first half? Back to Lemon, out to Turner, who sends it forward to Rawson. Rawson goes it through, looks for O'Connor, but well read by Gorman, who now just launched out of play for a throw-in. Nice little play from Luke Rawson, almost got Alex O'Connor in. Stockbridge definitely have been the better team since conceding. We've just not really created too much just yet. Bridlington are leading against Sherwood Colliery in that 6-pointer. Simon Heslop, the scorer. That will put Heaton Stannington in the bottom four as a result. Sanders Stockbridge throwing his lands at Lammy Manor, who just launched it out for another throw-in. I think that's another one that's gone in the car park. So back now with Lemon. He's waiting for the football at the moment, and he will get one. Finally, we'll have the game back underway. So Lemon now throws it short to Turner, back to Lemon, who then gives it back to Turner. He's going to put one towards that far post, over the head of everyone, headed away towards the edge of the area. Tinker chases it down, looks to turn, evades a tackle, opens a bit up for Tinker, trying to get through a few players, but a tackle from Oliver Clark stops his run. Then it's poor pass from Carlton. Will keep the pressure on because it's giving it back now to Marshall now on the right wing, trying to get beyond his man, but he's done quite well. Duro just forcing him into the corner flag, tries to get it back to Lemon, intercepts, and Marshall trying now to press again, try and keep him in his own corner flag here. He's at Sandwich to defence, and it's a bit of a heavy touch, but Carlton do eventually get it away out into their midfield, and it's some good pressure escape from Carlton as they get it out now to Carter, who's charging forward. And now it turns into a Carlton attack as Clark sends on forward, but Murray can only head it sideways. Lemon's going to have to chase it down, try and keep it in. He's going to do so. He does well there, Lemon. Back to Murray. Takes the touch. Forward to Deacon, then back to O'Connor, who didn't like that pass, but he gets it forward to Turner anyway. Turner out to the left to Rawson, who's on the left wing at the moment. Morris has moved central, but a good slide tackle from Carter stops his movement. It's a Stocksbridge throw. 39 minutes gone. So if you're trying to wait for, but they do lose the ball in that melee on the edge of the area. And Carlton just able to pass it out through Gorman. Gets it forward to Clark, who tries to do the diagonal look for Manor, but it's overhit. Back it goes to Townsend, who takes the touch. Forward to O'Connor. In the middle to Turner, who evades attack really well. It's opened up so nicely for Turner as he goes forward. Can he find the pass? No, because the man's closed him down, and then he loses the ball. Turner there just stepped too long on the ball. Maybe that was too much time on the ball, as the old adage can be. Sargent into the middle, then backside, but intercepted by O'Connor, it makes it to him. Marshall spins out, gets a little late challenge from Watson, and it's a free kick. And then Marshall with a push to the chest, and well, it's a definite push from Marshall. Nathan Watson has gone down like he's been paid to. There have been accusations that Nathan Watson spitted at Tommy Marshall before that, which is why he reacted in such a way. Tommy Marshall's indicated to his shorts to spit on him. And it's going to, neither player is going to be punished, but if it is true that Nathan Watson spat at him, I believe that's not just, that's actually a crime, never mind a foul on the pitch. And a crime because obviously it's actually causes real health problems. It's why you have spit hoods in certain places. But Tommy Marshall's going to be the one punished, it seems, for reacting to it. You can actually hear that the talk is about the spitting on him. Nathan Watson's walking away from it. And the talking to continues from the referee. And Tommy Marshall is going to get a booking, it seems, for pushing over Nathan Watson, who has been accused of spitting at Tommy Marshall, will not be getting anything. So his referee's not been the favourite of the Brackenmore crowd so far, and Tommy Marshall will get a booking. I don't know, he got the yellow card out for a second, and everyone's like, I'll get confident. I'll check for more pages for you, see some clarification. Talking to a Tommy Brookbanks now between the referee. It's all getting a bit bad-tempered here. So Mr. Williams now talking to Ian Richards. It's having a long delay before this free kick.
Spitting acceptable, ref.
So it's very irate Stocksbridge crowd. We'll get confirmation if that was a yellow card, because it's not come through from the web pages, and we saw him get it out to his hand, but I don't think he ever actually flashed it. And now Deakin will take the free kick. And then Manor takes a block who was surely less than 10 yards away. Goes back to Turner now, who then sends it out now to Deakin. Out to Turner, back to Lemon, who sits sideways to Tinker. Tinker will take the great ball looking for Deakin, just overhit actually, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. We're not seeing a yellow card come from football web pages, so we'll assume that there was not a yellow. It's all gone a bit irate here at Brackenmore after that one. Nathan Watson accused of spitting at Tommy Marshall. Players and fans seem convinced of it, and he has got away with it for now. Felix Anand sending it long, headed on by Clark. Lemon clears it away to Moran, out to Clark, who spins out towards the right wing. to Tinker, trying to get the tackle, and shot goes in from Moran, blocked. Still bouncing in the area, out to the right. Out to Carter, who tries to put in the middle. Blocks. It's going to be another corner kick, and Stocksbridge will need to be better from the near post this time. That's where the goal came from the first time round. So corner kick for Carlton. So we're going to have 2 minutes of at a time.
Of 2 minutes at a time.
So waiting for his goal. He's on the right wing this time. Taking the time with it. Egger running the 6-yard area once again. Hooks in towards the edge of the 6-yard area, but it's over the top of everyone this time. Carlton do get it back on the left wing though. Gives it back to Manor now, who takes the touch, moves it onto his right, then puts it back, pulls it back into his possession. Lemon closing down, not forward. Looking now for Moran. Back to Watson, who sends it out to the left to Clark. Feints Lemon, who went up for the block, but it's still with Clark, who has to send it back to Nathan Watson, who's the centre of the controversy. Sends it out to the right now, put back into the middle of the box. Murray with a crucial head away. Back to Manor, the edge of the area, takes shot blocked by O'Connor, and it goes out to Turner. There could be a counter-attack on here if Turner can find the right pass. Instead he tries to take on his man, and he ends up dribbling out of play. It'll be a Carlton throw. Nottingham Forest are 3-0 up in Ipswich Town. Anthony Alanga the scorer, while Man City are 2-1 up. Omar Mamouche has scored against Seals. Rotherham United now 1 up, and Exeter, James the scorer. Thrown forward, headed away by Watson. Goes back to Deacon, who sends it right up into the air, looking for Rawson here. He's getting a bit of shoving around, and he's not going to get anything for it before it gets knocked out for a Stocksbridge throw.
I thought
Quickly taken by Rawson, knocked on by Marshall. O'Connor tries to get onto it. He does, gets beyond his man. It's still he's hauled down O'Connor, and there is not going to be a penalty for it. That looked clearly like 2 arms around Alex O'Connor for me.
Yeah, he had it in his hand.
And then a late one from Owen, that's not going to be penalised either. Murray gets it back to Townsend, and that is going to be it for the first half. Carlton ahead here. It was a near post header from Kyle Sargent that has put the Millers ahead in this one. But it has become a more irate and controversial game as it's gone on, with Nathan Watson being accused of spitting. We will see you in 15 minutes. and welcome back to Brackenmore for the second half of Stocksbridge Park Steels versus Carlton Town. I'm your commentator Adam Allcroft, and the game has just got underway again. So Carlton Town are leading 1-0 at the moment through that goal from Carl Sargent from the corner. Though it has become a more irritable game over the last 20 minutes of that first half because of various last few tackles, including an alleged spitting incident from Nathan Watson. We'll go through the teams. There's been no change to the break for either side though. It's Ben Townsend in goal for Stocksbridge, then Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner, Elliot Owen, Elliot Murray, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morrison, Tommy Marshall. The bench is Tom Charles, Ash Butterworth, Oliver Grangelack, Thomas Poole and Harrison Poulter. For Carlton, it's Felix Annan, Charlie Carter, Lewis Durow, Lawrence Gorman, Dean Freeman, Nathan Watson, Niall Davey, Kyle Sargent, who was the goal scorer, Liam Moran, Oliver Clark and Lamin Manor. The bench is Greg Tempest, Niall Hilton, Alex Howes, Michael Ford and Liam Bateman. It's a goal kick right now for Carlton after Jack Tinker's pass was not followed up. Seals have been able to score quite a few goals since having this front three of Marshall, Rawson and Morris. But they've been blunted so far today. Owen can only head up in the air, but he gets the second header. Gets it back up in the air again. Owen knocks on to Marshall, drops deep, volleys it forward. Morris will chase, but Carter looks to have that covered and it will go out for a goal kick. So back now with Carter to the front near his own corner flag. Takes a few steps forward and then launches it downfield, headed on by Moran. Owen and Murray got in their own way there and they've headed out for a Carlton. They've quickly taken it towards Manor. Manor on the right wing would have had a good opportunity to cross, but there was no one there to cross it to. Just too quick for his own good on that occasion, really. Still has the ball though. He's now looking to get past his man, but Murray tackles. Clearance is blocked and it's going to just screw out. Stays in, but the cross eventually comes in, Turner intercepts on the edge of the area, drills it forward looking for Rawson, goes past everyone and out for a throw-in. Dunster 1-0 on Grimsby Borough. Sado Jallo has scored and Pontefract 1-0 on Brighouse. Jack Boyle the scorer. Well, you know that affects the table in a minute as Owen heads that throwing away. Ross is looking for it. He's getting a good push and shirt pulling again. We'll tell it. We think we might have to tell Dean Freeman if he wants a Stocksbridge Park Shield shirt so badly. They are for sale in our shop on way out. As Owen challenged for it, Turner heads away to Sargent, who knocks it forward. He goes out to Davey. Davey puts Elliot Murray on his backside, puts across and it's blocked, and Deakin can't get to it before it goes out to play. It's not a good start for the Steels so far, but it just remains still 1-0. Quickly taken thrown by Carter, out to Davey, back to Carter, who puts the ball in over everyone's head. O'Connor heads away, back to Sargent, takes a shot, over the bar it goes. Right now with Townsend for the goal kick. Brighton have equalised once again against Manchester City. Hinshelwood has scored. 2-2 there at the Etihad. Ball goes forward over top of everyone though and easily headed away. Goes all the way to Manor, who chests it down and no penalisation from Turner for a high foot. Falling forward, goes back to Marshall, who chase it down and then he'll almost lose the ball, gets past one man and then shunted over by Watson. No foul for that. The referee's not giving a single thing in this half so far. Owen heads it away, goes down to Clark, goes knocked forward, and there will now be a free kick for an alleged handball in Carlton. It's a Stocksbridge free kick. Still not sure what the referee's doing, to be honest, in this game. Two fouls that probably were fouls, given the one that probably wasn't was. Ball now back with Townsend. By the way, Hallam, our opponents on Tuesday night, drawing 0-0 with Frickley. They've had a penalty kick, Hallam, but it was saved and the rebound put against the post. As Carlton look to get a counter attack, but Deakin gets his foot in, out for the Carlton throw. I think Ian Richards might be making an early sub soon, just because Stocksbridge have not come out firing in this second half yet. Back to Carter. Forward, Deacon intercepts, but it's only going to go right back into the midfield, and Sargent switches it really nicely to Duro. Heavy first touch, but no one was closing him down. Duro moves into the box, weaves in, going in. Great standing tackle from Elliot Murray to stop Lewis Duro from getting any further in. Cleared away, but it's only gone right back to Carlton, and Stocksbridge have just not changed at all going into the second half. It's much the same. The ball goes all the way to Davy. Tinker, though, gets onto it, back to Townsend, and it juggles up on him, but he gets it away. Over to Townsend, heads out in front of him, then sends it down the channel, goes to Deakin. Morris is on the run. Deakin, though, will put it inside to O'Connor, who goes forward with it. Got Sargent charging into him. Forward looking for Morris, but cleared away. Turner intercepts and keeps possession with Stocksbridge, and this is just getting a bit better for the Steels, because they are keeping possession even when things aren't going quite right, which is when Stocksbridge really do start to succeed, when they are able to win the first balls and second balls. Deakin now, he'll send one for Tinker. Tinker, can he get the first touch? It's Eder, and he gets a kick in the chest from Charlie Carter for a good measure. Tinker is winded by that. Nowhere near the ball by Carter, but it looks like Carter isn't going to get any talking to from the referee. Really good ball, though, that, to find Tinker. So back with Curtis Turner. We'll put in the free kick. It's a good opportunity now for the Steels to try and equalise. With Turner putting the delivery in shortly. And I'm just getting his one-man wall well marshalled. And here comes Turner. Looking for that far post. Annan gets the punch. O'Connor will get to it. Annan wants a foul. O'Connor does win the ball after the fight from Sargent. But he's been followed. He's not got really much options, O'Connor. Tries to find Marshall. Intercepted and now cleared away. Gets it to Manor, who's done a good job winning balls in that position, and he just knocked it off Lemon for a throw-in. So throw-in now to be taken by Tinker. Duro, I mean, sorry. Get the things mixed up when I look down on the sheet sometimes. Duro launch it downfield, head away by Murray, down by Lemon. Forward looking for Rawson, but ends up just moving to the right and out of play. 52 minutes gone, 1-0 to Carlton. Launch downfield, headed on by Clark, and somebody's trying to get it away. It's going to go out into midfield and knocked on by Watson. Gives it to Sargent, who's going to be forced backwards here. And all the way back into defence, switched out now to Carter. Who quit to the foul, no booking for him though. Goes midfield to Watson, who knocks it long, looking for Moran, who knocks it over Owen. Owen gets a foot in and then heads away. Great defensive work from Elliot Owen. Tinker gets it away. Rawson chests it down, and it's going to be appeals for a Stocksbridge throw, but it is going to be given Carlton's way. Needing the ball back, it's gone out of the stand. So here with Carter for the throw-in. Launch down, but Deakin will head it away. O'Connor looks to get the second ball, but it's won by Sargent, who gets it forward to Manor. Switches out towards Duro. Marshall's going to try and have to chase to defend as he goes forward, but Marshall's done well blocking him, but then returns out it really well, finds Manor. Manor's not got many options on. He has to go backwards to Sargent, and then now to Watson. Out to the left to Duro. One touch pass will look to find Manor. It's a really nice pass to Manor. On the left-hand side of the box, moves in. Tackle goes in from Turner, and Lemon will now bring it away. It's a good tackle from Turner. Now forward to Morris. Can Morris find Rawson? Bit too ahead of him, and Adam will allow it to go in his box and pick it up. Stocksbridge just lacking quality in the necessary times as well. Sargent sends the ball upfield. It's a nice-looking ball. Murray knocks it out to the right now to Lemon, who takes the touch and carries it forward, and then knocks it forward to Rawson, who chests it down, turns, and he turns really well, and he's going to go forward on his own. Sliding tackle will stop him. Rawson, though, keeps the ball after going down to ground and then tried to get it back in midfield, but no one was there for it, and now Carlton will go on the counter-attack through Oliver Clark. Oliver Clark carries on with the ball, Gets it out to the right to Niall Davey. Takes the touch, slows it down, moves it onto his left, puts the cross in towards the near post, and it goes all the way into Townsend. Good idea for a counter-attack, that didn't work out. Exeter equalising as Rotherham Hartridge the scorer. As Marshall tries to beat his man, and he does get it on the second attempt, continues, and then another tackle goes in, and this time Watson will come away with it, but then he loses it to Rawson, forward to Morris. Morris out to the right to Marshall. Marshall up against Gorman now. Gorman gets tackled and is out for a throw. Barnsley have equalised against Mansfield. Josh Benson has scored for the Tykes. Conor Horahan is their interim manager. I remember when he was a young full player coming through, and now he's a manager. Oh, it's happening to me now. Thrown towards Morris, who's trying to turn in the box. He can't do so. He does eventually get the shot in blocked, and then Carter clears it. Didn't seem to be much urgency trying to get onto that spill ball from the Steel's attackers. As it's a nice little dino ball, it's going to find Niall Davey for Carlton. Niall Davey, furthest man up as he goes forward. Gets towards the edge of the area. Gets past Owen on the right-hand side. Just needs to put the final ball in for Carlton. Puts one over the top of everyone and onto the top of the net as well. Niall Davey did everything right but the final ball. So back now with Townsend. 56 minutes gone. Townsend now will get it forward. His clean sheet gone for today as he looks at the record. It's a really good ball to Lemon, who's in acres of space and ends up enough. Trying to find Rawson. Good idea, but headed away just before he can make to him. Nice little touch by Watson, but Turner intercepts as he goes forward. Turner carrying forward. Turner will lay it out to Morris on the left wing. Morris looking to beat a man. Does he's getting held as he tries to do so. Evades that. Tries to put it towards Rawson. Cleared away before it can get to him. Morris will fight for it again. Morris heads it forward. A late one in from Rawson will go into it. He hits the post. Then it's offside flag is up on him, but I think there was a free kick beforehand anyway. A free kick towards the edge of the box. So it's a free kick to Stocksbridge on the edge of the box, a big opportunity. And a huge opportunity for Stocksbridge. Looks like Curtis Turner's going to be the man over it as well. Normally it's Danny Deakin, but it's been given to the captain on this occasion. Heaton standing to their head against Ossett United. Joe Shepherd the scorer, while Bridlington 2-0 on Sherwood Colliery. Here comes Turner, takes free kick, blocked by the wall, back to Deakin. Deakin takes a touch, moves on his left, takes a shot, blocked, and he's going to go all the way out for a throw-in. It looked like that was heading for top corner if the block didn't go in. Tinker throwing it into the box, looking for Morris, but blocked before it can get to him. Morris trying to avoid him getting away. But Carter does well to keep him off. Back into midfield to Clark. Back into defence and send forward. Lemon into the middle, but it's going to be just Clark who gets onto it first. He's having a really good game. Lemon then intercepts forward to Turner. Turner over the top, looking for Morris, but headed away by Gorman into the midfield. And the Stockbridge midfield, I think, just need to take a few steps up because they're allowing these seconds to go right back to Carlton and not being able to keep the pressure on. Forward to Clark, who turns past Murray really well. Murray holds on to it. It's going to be a yellow for Murray, and a fair one at that. Yeah, and that is a confirmation of the yellow card. Stockbridge's first yellow of the game. It's not been consistent the way the yellow cards have been given out in this game, but at the very least that one was correctly given out. Ball is going to go into the box. Owen heads away to Morris, who moves out to the left-hand side, sends it away, but only back to Carter. Sends it across, though, to Duro. He sends it across, but well, it's just going to go out to play here for a throw. I thought Deacons was going to latch on to that. If he had done, it would have been a good opportunity for a counter. And there is a Carlton man down. I think it might be Liam Moran. take a few moments break. It's actually Oliver Clark who's down, and that would be a big miss for Carlton should he have to go off. And he is going to head off now, Oliver Clark. That is a big miss for Carlton. He's been brilliant across the pitch today, the forward. Dropping deep as well, winning a lot of deep balls as well. And he's now going to come off and he's going to be replaced by Alex Howes, a like-for-like substitute.
Carlton substitution replacing number 10 Oliver Clark is 15 Alex Howes.
So back now with Tinker, who will launch this one upfield, headed away and back. Turner tries to block, it comes off a Carlton man last. It will be a throw-in for Stocksbridge. Niall Davey, the man it came off last. Back to Tinker now after the throw-in. Forward to Morris, who's dropped deep. He's trying to go down the left-hand side. He's been hauled around a bit. Finds Tinker though, despite this. Tinker trying to move into the middle. Carter gets tackling. Tinker will try and keep it in. He's actually going to try and leg it out for a corner, but there was a tackling just before. It will be. Actually, he's given the corner kick. And now, initially the corner's been given, and now they can't decide if it's a throw-in or a corner. And it has been given out as a corner.
Why is he relying on him when he's...
What he's getting frustrated about this is that it's just decisions it's not even that decisions are wrong anymore, it's that they're being poorly given. At least be confident with your wrongness. Here comes a corner from Turner. Lost one, looks for that far post, and then gets a punch onto it, and Carter will get the ball, and he's being kept deep, and eventually blocked by O'Connor, goes out. Grejlak and Thomas Poole's going to be coming on soon for Stocksbridge to try and change this game around. 62 minutes gone. Half an hour left in it. Hallam are leading and can continue be 12 games unbeaten, looking like going into that cup semi-final on Tuesday. James Cadman has scored against Frickley. So back now with Duro for the throw-in. Is it downfield? Deakin heads away. Big volley away though. Moyne will chase it. Sends it away, looking for Morris. Heads it on. Gets a shove in his back. Morris has been getting fouled all game without realising. Ball comes off. Dean Freeman. That will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. Stocksbridge are improving as this game goes on, and there will now be the two substitutes.
Still substitution replacing number 10 James Morris.
So James Morris is one of them heading off. Grejlak will replace him.
Number 11
Tom Marshall heading off too.
16 Thomas Poole.
So basically what Ian Richards has decided there is that pace is not working in this game. Pace is not working like he wants it to, so he's taken it off with Tommy Marshall and James Morris heading off to replace by the more technical, or better deliverers of the ball that Thomas Poole and Oliver Grejlak are. You've also got another set piece taker in Thomas Poole. James Morris is not particularly happy as he sits on the bench. He throws it to Poole, who's being forced backwards now and then gets chopped in the back, and it will be a throw-in to Stocksbridge. It isn't actually a throw-in. It did come off Poole last, but it should probably be a free kick. But Poole gets the touch, and he is going to get tackled before he can get through. And they're going to try and get away with it now. And Howes evades to tackle really well, but it goes all the way to Murray. He's going to send out life looking for Grejlak. Grejlak's looking to chase it down, but Carter gets it away. And if Carter had done anything else with that right foot, it was such how high he would have been penalised. He'd already been penalised once for it. Played out towards Sargent, who gets back to defence, gets out forward to Sargent. O'Connor almost got onto it. Ball forward, intercepted by Lemon, and then knocked away by Watson. O'Connor gets it to the side too. Turn it forward to O'Connor, who knocks it forward to Deakin. Opens up for Deakin as he goes forward. Out to Grejlak. Grejlak facing up with Carter, tries to go on the outside. Tackle with him, Carter, and he gets the touch on it. It's a free kick. Ian. It's a high tackle as well by Carter. I could tell you how many studs Carter's got on his boot after seeing that one. He will be very lucky to get away without a card on this one, and yet he is. And it will be a free kick. It's a very high foot from Carter. You wonder.
Bit of a dive.
And now Turner will have a chance for the free kick. Plenty of players in the 6-yard area. The Stocksbridge look to equalise. Plenty of options. Put some on the edge of the area, and here we go. Finally, we get the okay. Going towards that far post, and somehow doesn't end up in. It goes, skims across the top edge of that 6-yard area, and then goes out. Just needed the slightest touch. Remains 1-0 to Carlton. Cleethorpes had been pegged back by Bishop Auckland. It was 1-1, but then Cleethorpes are back in the lead. Nicky Walker has scored. Brighouse equalising Pontefract as well through Romario Dunn. Bottom 4 right now would contain Sheffield, Sherwood, Liversidge and Bridlington. Murray heads the ball away, goes out to left to Thomas Poole, not forward, but then cleared away by Watson. Owen will get forward to Turner, sends it out to the right to Lemon, forward to Poole again. Poole is on the right wing, Grezlak on the left, but Poole's been seemingly everywhere since coming on. Murray sending it forward, but Borough will only head it up into the air now to play for Stocksbridge throw-in. Launch towards the box, Rawson flicks it out to the right hand side. Borough can only head out for another throw-in. Stocksbridge are getting better as the game goes on. Closer and closer to that all-important equaliser. Thrown to Poole and back to Lemon. Beats a man here. Trying to get out to the right to O'Connor. Flicks it out towards Poole, but a bit too ahead of him. Borough has only one option when he gets onto it. Launch it out to play. Another throw in a near identical position for the Steelers. 67 minutes gone. Back with Lemon for the throw-in. Out back to O'Connor, back to Lemon, who's going to volley a cross in, very high up into the air. Rawson can't get to it, he was being held as it was headed away. Turner trying to follow the bounce, but it's going to go to Moore, and he tries to get to right outside. David just can't get control of it. He's back to the wrong side, tries to turn, tackle goes in. Turner trying to win the 50-50, but David comes away with it. Turner then gets a foot in, and then it back to Watson, who will send the diagonal looking for Manor. Lemon first onto it, back to Townsend it goes, who sends it short to O'Connor. I don't think it was quite aware that was coming to him. Sends it back to Murray, and then he sends it out to Poole on the right, then back to Lemon, who knocks it forward, looking for Grezlak, but cleared away before he can get to him. Back to Turner, who heads it forward, but a bit wide, and David sends it forward now to Owen, who just tracks it, and then back to Townsend. Takes a touch, Townsend, and then we'll send it forward. Headed on, and to Rawson, to right, and he's trying to find Poole, but his pass being blocked. He'll try and win it back, but I think it came off Rawson last, out for a Carlton throw. West Ham are leading 1-0 against Everton. Thomas Susek, the scorer. Ball goes forward from Carlton and out to the left. It goes into the middle to Manor, edge of the area. Phase one tackle, trying to get the space, but Owen comes in with a crucial block, but it has only gone back to Howes. Out to the left. Here we go, trying to move into the box. Cross dangling towards that far post. David, the header back in the 6-yard area. Owen with a crucial header. Back out to the right. To Carter. Trying to evade a tackle, and it's been tackled. It's going to be a throw in for Carlton. "69 minutes gone, and Carlton have a big opportunity to double their lead and ease some of their nerves as they look for their very first Brackenmore win in their 11th visit here. Yep. Corner kick. Townsend marshalling this. It's a scattered approach in the box. Looking to get in the 6-yard area. Owen heads it away. Lemon then big volley away. Nowhere near anyone that. It is going to go out for a Carlton throw-in. Carlton will be happy. The clock continues to tick. Tom Charlesworth, who's on the bench today, is going to go out to warm up. We might see him soon, just to make sure he gets a bit of a run out. Might well start on Tuesday night. Launched away, then headed on into the box. Townsend has to be back to defend it away. It's going to go out for another corner kick. Stockbridge just fell asleep for a second and almost paid the price for it. Another corner for Carlton. Steele's having to deal with a bit of pressure at the moment. It's after having a really good possession of play, but weren't able to take advantage of it. So Manor to take this corner from the left-hand side. Good, right-footed towards that near post again. Headed away this time by Owen. They aren't falling for that one a second time. Manor returns it back to Watson. Diagonal into the box, and Murray gets the header onto it. It's going to go out for another corner kick. Carlton will be happy with this period of play. Out towards Manor, who is waiting, taking his time for this corner. Really is taking his time with it, but there's a short option here that you could take to Niall Davey, but that's not going to happen because I think Turner had spotted it and was going to go. Here comes Manor's corner, look at that near post again, headed away by Turner, goes to the edge of the area where Watson takes control, but he's trying to go out to left side, flicks it into the box, takes a touch towards the 6-yard area. Townsend out to claim it. Townsend's rushing out. I think he wants to get this out quickly. Does. He's looking for Grejlak with this ball forward. Durrow wants to head it away. Durrow can only head it backwards. Rawson wants to put pressure on, but Annan's come out to get it, and he will send that ball away out for a Stocksbridge throw. And Stocksbridge will be happy now to get the ball back and hopefully end this period of pressure that's been on their own goal. Chesterfield 1-0 on Notts County. Pepple, the scorer. Peter Sannington 2-0 up as well on Ossett United. Conor Lamb, the man who was netted. Back now with Tinker for the throw-in on the halfway line. Hasn't really got an option, but Deacon then opens up and then gets it back to Tinker, who's going to try and beat a man for pace and go forward. Forward to Rawson, who drops deeper, switches it out towards Lemon, who takes a good touch. Lemon now trying to get into the box, but headed away, but goes out to Watson, who will send it back into defence and not long. Owen will look to get to it. Headed on well by Moran, but Owen, he can only slice it backwards. It's not a great touch by Owen. Moran will keep it in, puts the cross in. Slipped by Howes, and Stocksbridge able to get it away. Alex Howes slipping at the crucial moment, letting Stocksbridge off. Turner sends a diagonal look at Grejlak, but Grejlak gone too far forward, and it's a throw-in to Carlton. It's not been great for the Seals. That is just such a daft thing that happened there. That daft idea, daft passing. Just not aware of anyone else on the field at that point. Ball goes forward, and Owen heads it away, and then knocked forward by Sargent, all the way to Davey, who's on the right-hand side. Trying to control, face up with Owen, who just slipped on the turf there. Davies took advantage, left foot across into the box. O'Connor can only head it behind. Let's go to Manor, who miscues that hit. It's actually going to stay in though. Sargent puts the cross back in, and Townsend can't get a clear punch onto it. Gets it away though eventually, and goes to Grejlak, who is now going to be able to run away with it. Nice little run by Grejlak. Finds Poole on the right. Poole, Grejlak wants it back, but instead it's going to be going into the middle to Curtis Turner. Turner now on the ball on the left-hand side, going forward. Continue forward. Rawson gets it on the left, on the edge of the area. Tries to put the cross in, blocked, out for a corner kick. Better from Stocksbridge, some quick passing. There, opened up an opportunity, and they have the set piece now. 74 minutes gone, there isn't too long to get the equaliser. Won't be sure to see Harrison Poulter coming on soon to try and help get that equaliser. He comes in, it's a poor corner from Turner to near post, but O'Connor heads it back in the 6-yard area. Oh, Murray almost gets a foot onto it. Goes out for a goal kick in the end. Southampton have won back against Wolves. Paul Anuachu, the scorer, and Carlton are going to make a substitution here. Niall Davey is heading off. He is going to be replaced by Niall Hilton. So it's a changing of the Niles. Happening here. As another forward comes on for Davey. Carlton would really appreciate getting another goal here. It is back now for Annan to take the goal kick. steal. See another forward coming on for the Millers. As they now have the possession back through this goal kick. And as you'd expect, he's taking his time with it. Sheffield FC are 2-0 up on concert. Luke Aldrich, the scorer. Ball forward from Anand. And on all the way to Lemon, who knocks it away to Poole. Chests it down, trying to turn, but loses out to Duro. But then he loses out to Turner. Then Poole gets it back forward to Rawson, who's moved out to the right. And Rawson's just used his body well to get past Gorman. Gorman has got back in position now, though. Rawson holding it up, back to Poole. Rawson will now try and move back into the centre. Poole's looking to switch it. It's looking for Tinker, but headed away by Carter, who can get to. Tinker will get onto that second ball, though. He's got Hilton defending. Back to Turner. Tried to get forward to Deacon, block, but Turner has the ball back. He'll return it back to Owen, who takes the touch. Forward to Grejlak, who will send it back to Murray. Murray on the halfway line, over to Lemon. Lemon taking the touch in the middle to Turner. Turner over out to Grejlak. Grejlak maybe could have had a chance to get in. He's going to drill a shot towards near post. Anand has to palm it away, and it's going to go out for a corner before Anand can get it on the second attempt. And it's going to be a Danny Deakin corner here. Ash Butterworth is preparing to come on for Stocksbridge, and so is Harrison Poulter. So another huge opportunity for the Steels from this set piece. Grejlak is getting his shirt pulled quite a bit by Liam Moran on the line, and there's going to be a talking to for both those players. But they'll just go, and as it happens, they just go right back to it soon as the referee's finished talking. Deakin puts that corner in. Rawson almost gets to it, appeals that he's been pulled over there. It's going to be out for a goal kick in the end. And it is a goal kick, and Butterworth and Poulter are going to be heading on. And actually Charlesworth is too. So a triple substitution. Elliot Murray's heading off. He's going to be replaced by Butterworth. That's a change in system coming up. And O'Connor heading off too. We'll see how they're set up shortly. I presume we'll now be seeing a 3-5-2. As Ian Richards tends to go when Stocksbridge are chasing. Felix Anand just lackadaisically leaning on his post before getting the okay to take his goal kick. Long ball from Anand now. Headed on, and Tinker is having a bit of a job with Hilton here, but he wins that battle. Back to Townsend, takes the touch outwards, and now will send it long, looking for Poole, but headed away by Duro in the middle to Sargent, who's being followed and harassed, but he does get it out wide to Carter, who has a bit more space with this 3-5-2 to move into that right wing. Poulter's tracking him defensively into the box. Butterworth blocks it, and he keeps it in just about. Out to Tinker now, forward to Deakin, who will carry it into some space. Out to Charlesworth. Charlesworth now out the right to Poole, who's very deep. Into Turner. Back to Poole. Got too many people in front of him. He's going to have to go sideways. Then sneaks it through to Butterworth. Comes off him though, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. So back for Duro to take the throw-in. Stocksbridge trying to do all they can now to get an equaliser, get a point out of this. Keeps them in track with the play off. A loss bring Carlton right into that first end. Hilton, little back pass out to Moran. Trying to get it into the middle, but Owen blocking. Back it goes to Duro. Duro's going to put a ball in, and then Townsend will claim it. Thinking about the early ball, but no one was there making the run he wanted. Now Townsend will send it forward. Looking for Rawson, but headed away by Freeman. It's going to fall really nicely to Hilton after Deakin had pushed forward. Short pass finds its midfielder. Sargent knocks it down the line, but it's overhit and out for a throw-in. 10 minutes to go now. Steels have to do more if they want a point. That's Tinker, forward to Butterworth. Very touch, being forced backwards. Back to Tinker, will send it away, looking for Poole. for Gregelight. Goes all the way to Poulter. Poulter, he opens up out the right to Poole. Poulter's now an option in the middle. Poole trying to beat his man. Well-timed tackle by Duro. And Duro will get it down the line. Turner gets to it though. Back out the right to Poole. Forward to Butterworth. Spins away from a tackle, but he has to go backwards because of it. Turner, deep, very deep. Out now to Charlesworth. Tries to put the diagonal in, blocked by Watson. It will go out for a throw-in. 81 minutes gone. Fields on the chase. Turner out the right to Charlesworth. Takes a touch. Tries to put the ball in, blocked by Manny. It's going to stay in as well. Duro able to launch that away. It's going to be a battle now, and it's going to be won by Moran. And Moran's going to win it on the second attempt. Turner wants a foul though, and it's a counter-attack with Moran going forward. Tries to play across. Think he gets the touch across, and it goes down back to Owen. Forward to Charlesworth. Stretches, and he slips over, and this is a chance for Carlton. Manor, and he goes past the tackle from Butterworth. Manor on the left-hand side. It's Deacon defending him. Deacon gets the standard tackle in. It's out for a corner kick. Carlton. Calamity areas almost allowed Carlton in there. So Carlton with a chance to try and double their lead from the corner kick. Can the Steelers defend and keep this game on the edge? Been told to get the corner going, but it's still taking some time. Here comes Mano, going to get it towards the edge area for an unmarked Nathan Watson. Takes the volley. Not well. Actually, it was a bit further off than we thought it was going to be initially. Goal kick for Stockbridge will have. 81 minutes gone. Tinker. He's going to lose the ball high up, and then he manages to get it back with a lunging tackle. Would have been booked if he had made any contact with a player. But then Deacon loses the ball, very rare for him, and then late in on Sargent. Deacon's going to get himself in the book for that, you'd think, and he is. Danny Deacon with a yellow card. Ipswich Town have won back against Nottingham Forest. Kajuste the scorer. 3-1 to Forest there. Portman Road. Cal Sargent staying down at the moment until we wait for this free kick. Can't imagine we'll get too much at a time at this race as well. As Carlton will look to launch this ball into the penalty area. Diagonal across the opposite area. Tinker, he'll head it away. Deakin rushed through the first one onto it, but he wasn't. It was Sargent. Now Hilton tries to get past Tinker, but Tinker tackles, and then it's now with Turner who gets it forward to Butterworth. Spins well, under pressure though from Hilton, and then it's tackled by Sargent. And then it's out to right now, it's Howes, forward to Manor, opens up for him. Butterworth comes in, he gets into him, it's a free kick on the edge of the area. It's not been Butterworth's shining performance since coming on. And now it's a big opportunity for Carlton from a free kick just outside the area. So Carlton with a chance now to double the lead and put this game to bed, really. Liversidge have just had two players sent off, Chris Axon and Joe Walton, and then Lil Ferriby have equalised right afterwards, 1-1. Yeah. Which isn't great news for us. And this might not be great news for us others. Kyle Sargent, Nathan Watson over. Nathan Watson, who, if he'd been spotted by the referee, could be well been sent off for spitting. And he's going to take the free kick, it straight at the wall. He takes a second shot, blocked by the wall again. Rawson tries to look away, deflects, and it goes back to Townsend. Townsend quickly launched it out towards Charlesworth. Charlesworth gets it past the man, but Sargent's back to defend, and he's going to allow it to go out for a throw-in. So it's a throw-in inside Carlton's half, and they were initially going to take it quickly, but won't do now. 84.5 minutes gone. Launch forward. Charlesworth can only hit it into the middle. Turner will then head out to the right. Poole brings it down, not forward. Headed on, looking for Poulter, but Freeman gets it away. They head forward, and it's going to be Moran that gets onto it. Appeals for offside, not given. Moran goes clear into the box, into the bottom net. And despite being what looked like half a yard off, Moran scores. It's 2-0 Carlton, and that should be it for the game. Carlton look like they're going to get their first win at Brackham Moor. Oh. And that is very disappointing. He looked offside for me, but the referee hasn't seen it. The referee's not seen a lot in this game. He's blind to that, and it's now 2-0. And Stocksbridge will have to do a lot if they want to get back to this. We're just waiting for it to get underway here. And there's going to be a substitution. Michael Ford here. He's going to come on for Carlton. And Michael Ford, he's going to come on for Lamin Manor as they look just to see this one out and not do anything too silly. We don't like talking about referees too much, but God, he has been absolutely atrocious today. Back for Deacon will take this kick off. It's been a while getting the game underway here. Deacon get that to Turner. Turner carries on forward to Owen. Owen will clip it forward. Headed away. Going through now to Hilton. Tinker wins the tackle. Tries to send it forward. He does send it forward. Keeps it in well. Rawson gets a little shove off his back, but Poulter gets to it. Poulter being forced down to the line. He's got a man in the back of him. Back to Grejlak, who opens up. Out towards Turner. Turner now has to just get it out to the right to Poole. Forward to Deakin, who's been forced backwards. Back to Turner. Turner's going to clip the shot in. It's well over in the end. So back to Annan now for this goal kick. As Carlton just happy to try and see this one out. Annan slips as he sends it away. Not as sure-footed as a cat, it seems. As Charlesworth will hook that one away. Goes out to Ford though, who gets it back to Howes. Back to Durrow. Forward to Ford, who facing up with Butterworth. Towards the corner flag here. Butterworth will come away with the ball though. Launches it downfield looking for Rawson. He's been in hell. Goes to Poulter, who then is wrestled down, and the referee does that. I think I saw something like that on SmackDown WWE last night. But the referee has not been given cards out all day, and you can't blame Carlton for carrying on with it when they've not been punished for it. As Deacon prepares to take a free kick. Can the Stocksbridge still a bit of time to try and cause a dramatic finish? Putting the ball into the box. Owen will flick it on, goes to the left hand side. Turner onto it. Tries to get beyond the man. Tackle goes in, and he's injured himself as he does so. Carter out for a throw in. And he's going to stay down here as the physio comes on. Let's see if this gets added on. So back now for Turner. He's going to take the corner when this injury is resolved. So plenty of goals to tell you about that have just happened elsewhere. Grimsby Borough equalised against Dunstan. Charlie Bird and Whittleton the scorer. Ossett have won back against Heaton Stannington through Ellis Farah. Consett have won back through Sheffield against through Brandon Holdsworth, and now North Ferriby taking advantage of facing 9 men. Josh Facker has scored. So Liverpool were having a good result earlier, now losing in it doesn't help us, unfortunately, that. We will remain 4 points off the playoffs with Belka drawing. Turner will take this corner. 5 minutes at a time are coming up. Here comes it in, looking far post. Butterworth almost gets the header, and Annan's going to rush out. He wasn't blocked off in line, and he's going to get to it now. Anand there, who was stuck on his feet, does come down. By the way, that's obviously completely fair right now to go drop of the crowd. That is going to be something I think is going to be looked at in the IFAB rules, I bet, because every goalkeeper does it now. Townsend does it plenty. But it is very obvious what it's doing, and I suspect we're going to see a change in the rules at some point. We are in that at a time now, as Charlesworth has lost the ball, and into the middle it goes. It's Hilton who takes a shot. He gets tackled, he stumbles, and Townsend is going to eventually get it, and a bit of Keystone Cops there, really. Townsend wants to send it forward, but Howes is blocking his way, and he's not going to get penalised for that. As headed behind by Gorman, and then headed back to Anand now, and it'll be in his hands. So back with Anand now, as 4 minutes to go, as Everton have equalised against West Ham in the 91st minute through O'Brien. Butterworth on the ball now, back to Turner, and he's going to have two men on him, gets it out to Tinker. Tinker gets a bit of a trip, but comes away with it and then can only send it out to the stand. Mansfield have won it in the last minute against Barnsley. Oshalaja, the scorer for the Stags. Back for Carter. Go for the throw-in. Carter now with the throw-in, who's taking his time with it. Launch forward, head away by Owen. Turner tries to head it on, but he's met with another Carlton man. It goes out for a throw-in. Thrown to Butterworth. It's back to Tinker, who gets a late one in on him, but nothing given, and he's up on his feet. Tinker sending it forward, looking for Rawson, but head away from get to him. Out looking for Deakin, cleared away. Knocked over the top by Sargent towards Moran, and Moran's got the better of Charlesworth there. He goes down the left-hand side. He's continuing to go, Moran. Moves it, getting it on his right foot, takes a shot straight at Townsend. Townsend will pick up the ball and now get that one upfield. Looking for Rawson, who heads it on. Looking for Annan, who not a great back pass. He slipped as he cleared it away. Out to Turner now, who will take it forward. Looking to avoid a tackle. He gets past his man really well, Turner. Putting a cross into the box. Rawson's going to go for it, but Annan catches it. And Annan, it seems, touching his side and pulling something up, and the Stocksbridge crowd do not believe it. Right, you can tell the Stocksbridge crowd aren't believing Annan there as he goes down, and the physio comes on. We'll see if this gets added on, as we are 2 minutes 50 seconds into added time.
93.06.
So we're just waiting. I'm sure the casualty theme will be starting soon.
This year's award for the best actor.
So Annan is just getting some treatment here. And he is now sitting up.
It's a miracle.
And he is back to his feet. Looking pretty okay for himself. By the way, Niall Hilton has dropped to the ground to the right here as well.
Oh dear, we got another one down.
He is now going to get back to his feet. We'll see if that gets added on. I think 40 seconds we've had there to a minute. We'll see if that gets added on. But I don't think it will do, because I may have lost faith with this referee, because he has been horrendously poor for everyone, really. Ball forward. Owen will head it away. Grejlak tries to head it on. Poulter will fight for it, but been winning the air by Watson. Head away and knocked on. Tinker will try and head out. Hilton gets it, but Grejlak sends it forward. Poole will challenge for it with Durow. Poole almost wins out in. He is going to win it. And then he's wrestled around by Durow. And this has not been penalised at all during the game. So they've carried on with it, done it to good success. And they're going to keep doing it.
Not a yellow card.
And it's still not a yellow. This is the problem. WWE is coming to London in the next 2 weeks. And I think some of the Carlton players will be there competing. I think with some of these, there's some good grappling and chain wrestling going on. Because the thing is, the referee's not penalised it, so you can't actually blame Carlton for carrying on doing it. You would. Ball goes in, Adam punches it away, goes to Grej, like, it comes off the referee, takes a shot, blocked, ricochets in and cleared away the referee. And then the referee has called the game. We only had 20 seconds added on despite the minute on. It's 2-0 to Carlton. Stocksbridge's unbeaten run will end here. That second goal from Liam Moran, despite being, well, about half a yard offside, would count and be a 2-0 win for Carlton. The referee has been the story of the game, unfortunately, because his calls have been, well, nothing short of horrendous throughout. And he's allowed a game to descend into a wrestling match at times. It's 2-0 to Carlton Town. I've been Adam Allcroft. We'll see you on Tuesday night for that Sheffield Senior Cup match against Hallam. Thank you very much and good night.